Hey Trevor, are all the goods on board?
Yeah, we're all set. This canal is such a convenient source of travel along Massachusetts. What a good investment.
Yeah, it really is. It's much easier to move things on water rather than by foot or on wagon.
I'm so glad that we don't have to carry these on foot anymore. It was so taxing on our shoulders and on the horses. The process was so slow and difficult.
Traveling on land is much more difficult. Only the rich farmers and merchants can afford the horses and wagons to ship items such long distances. This leaves the poor at such a disadvantage. Did you know that horses can pull 25 times their weight on water than on land?
I was always wondering why the canal was so shallow. Do you know how long this canal goes for?
It's a whopping 45-mile-long stretch, stretching from Worcester, Massachusetts to Providence, Rhode Island.
Right, but does that have some stops along the way to surrounding cities so that merchants can drop off their goods?
I also heard that the water from the canal and the river is also a good source for some water mills. This thing really is an all-purpose canal.
I think that the Blackstone Canal is a good representation of our community working together to change the history of New England. It's a revolutionary milestone that represents what we are capable of making.
Having the ability to travel across the state with our cargo really unifies all members of society. Now, farmers can interact with merchants where they normally could not have. It just seems so much easier to travel by land than water.
Definitely.
What? Oh, I thought you said not really on the song.
Hey guys, this canal sure is handy, huh? Have you tried the new railroad system though?
It is pretty cool. All of the new railroads in this region are headquartered here in Boston.
Really, where do they run to and from?
They all run from Boston to a certain major population area. One goes north to Lowell, another goes south to Providence, and the third goes west to Worcester. That covers the textile center of the region, the principal port in Rhode Island, and the largest interior city of the Boston area.
Boston is the railroading capital of the nation.
But why do we really need a railroad?
Well, Boston was far from the center of the commercial part of the United States. The Berkshire Hills really got in the way, but because of the opening of the B&L, BNP, and B&W lines, we have now much more access.
That is how we have gotten access to all the big markets in Boston.
How are the railroads made? What kind of technology is used?
Well, the railroads are made of steel. Unfortunately, they make a lot of noise, produce a lot of smoke, and sometimes can be a bit dangerous.
What happens to the neighborhoods that the railroads pass through?
Well, those neighborhoods may experience some property damage, but it is worth it in order to connect our society to the major markets of the United States.
Are there any passengers on the train?
Yes, there is a passenger train that runs from Boston to the Davis Tavern in West Newton and Wellesley Hills, and even all the way to Westboro and Worcester.
Wow. I hope I get to travel on one of these sometime soon.
You both said work.